Elyse, what are the initial emotions after the game, after a loss like that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty disappointing, obviously. We'd really love to be in the final, and unfortunately we were outplayed today. So, yeah, been a very big build-up. It's been 4 years since the last World Cup, so it's pretty disheartening to know that we're going to have to wait another 4 years for the next opportunity. So, yeah.
Would you say it came down to the one innings of Harmanpreet that took the game away?
Yeah, I would say that obviously with her innings they got to a pretty outstanding total. I think we still could have chased that down. We just didn't play our best cricket. I think we needed to play our best cricket to get that total, and we didn't do that. So
sort of feel like the runs were out there. I mean, you batted particularly well. Alex came at the end and smoked them as well, but you just sort of lost a few early and left yourself too much to do.
Yeah, I think we didn't end up losing by many runs, and I think maybe if we had have had a few more wickets in hand, then we could have really pushed for it at the end. It was always going to be a pretty tough run chase, but I think wickets in hand and a couple of set batters were probably the key, and we probably needed someone to go on and score a big score, which we didn't really have.
How hard was it for you to just bowl that one over and come in so late in the innings and have to bowl that over?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a part of my role, and I obviously didn't execute it as well as I would have liked to. I know that I might just be getting it over here or there, so I've got to be ready to go at sort of any time. Whether it's ideal or not, doesn't really matter. It's about trying to execute my plans, and unfortunately I didn't really execute my over today, which was disappointing.
You were the set batsman at the time. Are you a little disappointed that you didn't go on and get the big score?
Yeah, obviously I would have liked to have gone on and got a significant total to help us. However, I think I kept playing to my strengths, and I wanted to make sure I kept playing straight, and unfortunately I shanked that ball to mid-on, but if I had got it either side or got it over the top as I planned, it would have been a different story. So yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate I didn't kick on and get a really big score, but I guess that's sort of the risk you take when you play a pretty high risk game.
What happens now, Elyse? I mean, you guys have put the MAU stuff out of your mind the whole tournament, but now it's a bit of a strange reality in that you go home essentially unemployed while this is all going on in the background. What does that mean for you guys?
Well, I think I'm pretty lucky in that I'm staying on for the KSL, so I kind of don't have to worry about it for another 5 or 6 weeks. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting for when the girls sort of head back home and are sort of hit with reality a bit. We've sort of been sort of letting it go on in the background, not paying too much attention to it. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting when the girls get back. But hopefully the ACA and the CA are pretty close to a deal.
Has it been hard to even subconsciously completely let that go, given the uniqueness of the situation?
I think our team's done a really good job of it, both the players and the staff, and we haven't spoken about it since we've been over here. So I think we've made a really conscious effort with that, and personally I haven't thought about it, and I don't think other players have either. I think we've made sure that we've focused on what's important, and what was important was the World Cup. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting when they sort of head back.